Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Drive-Thru. I'm your host, Tony T, as we broadcast live here on Pig Dogs and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll get you out of here well before the top of the hour. Just wanted to give you enough time to get your bets in for those primetime games, and that's what we do here Monday through Friday on the Drive-Thru, as we give you live free sports picks from the primetime games and deliver those winners, our professional handicappers from Pig Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Let's take a look at who'll be on the show for today. We got, later rivals will be Kevin Thomas and James Clark, but we got Alex Smart in the house. Chris Ruffolo will serve as co-host. From Las Vegas, Tony Brown will join us. Ninos and Rod Zawacki. Let's see how they line up for today's show. We got Smart, Brown, Ninos, Zawacki, Thomas, Ruffolo, Clark, and then I will close this one out. All right, Chris, ready for another show?
Absolutely. I didn't know what to do with myself. There was really nothing going on this afternoon. Some Champions League, but that's about it. But no, I'm ready to get it going. We got lots of action tonight, so let's put some winners on.
Let's put some winners on. Let's go over to Las Vegas to get it started here with, we're going to go over to Alex Smart to start it off. First, Alex Smart, you'll find him over at Pig Dogs Premium. He does fantastic work up there. Let me find him right here. Alex, how's it going today?
Doing good. How's everything, Tony?
That's doing great here in SoCal. We're going to enjoy the cool weather. Then it gets really hot, probably hot for the rest of the summer. But we're going to look here at a game, West Coast Giants to host the Rockies. Giants here laying $1.70. Total sits here at 8 runs.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a complete contrarian look at this game, and I'm just looking at it. I'm trying to mathematically, where I did try to mathematically figure out the line. Kept on coming in around 132 for me. And I'm just trying to figure where the extra money's coming from. So, I tried to do everything I could to try to figure this out. So, there's value here. And, Chichi Gonzalez, the starter for the Rockies, now he's well rested. And he enters with confidence, too. He's got 2 starts, one against the Giants. Gonzalez has a 1.80 ERA. And he has scattered 10 hits over 10 innings. But, like I said, they're scattered hits. Guy's got good control. He's looking good. Now, Aaron Sanchez, on the other hand, despite the good numbers, the Giants starter, his velocity is down, and Gabe Kapler said he's not looking all that healthy. Now, why he's starting tonight, I don't know if he's not that healthy, but I guess, the way rotations go and the way this league goes, he's in there. So Colorado has a puncher's chance here, for a knockout, and especially – considering the mathematics behind this line, which, I can't see where it's coming from. But anyway, to make a long story short, we're going to take the Rockies plus the money.
All right, Alex here on the Rockies plus 152 against San Francisco Giants. All right, Chris, what say you? Remember Sanchez from his years with the Blue Jays was absolutely atrocious. So it's a little bit of improvement here against Houston, but again, the Rockies here still looking for that first road win.
I'll tell you, atrocious when he would actually see the field. This has been the story with Aaron Sanchez, is that he spent more time on the disabled list than he has in the bullpen. It's rinse and repeat for Aaron Sanchez. Again, he's banged up. And like Alex said, Gabe Kapler saying his velocity is down to 87, and Sanchez is a pitcher that relies on his fastball to get him over, so that's not good news. Chichi Gonzalez, I've seen this guy get lit up like a Christmas tree more often than not, but Colorado's only scored 1 fewer run in their last 3 games in San Francisco. I think this line's just based on San Francisco's form at home, but I'm not buying it. I like the Rockies here plus the money.
All right, going to be here on the Rockies plus 152 against the San Francisco Giants. This one will to begin at 9:45 Eastern Time, MLB Extra in each channel. All right, Alex, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs. Got some NBA, some hockey, and baseball. What you have going on over at the site?
We've got some baseball tonight, and we've got some hockey, and we're going to have some winners. So join me right here, and we're gonna have some big money on tap. I guarantee you.
All right, guys, check Alex Smart over at Pig Dogs. He's got some one-day passes up there for you. Pick those up, and of course, make those upgrade to a long-term pass. He has a 3, 7, and 30-day pass. When you pick that up, you'll get every play that Alex Smart releases over at Pig Dogs Premium. You set the terms when you make the purchase over at his profile page. All right, Alex, as always, great having you show. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk with you in a couple days.
Okay, gentlemen. Take care. See you later.
Bye. See you later. Alex Smart here on the Drive-Thru. I will continue on with our coverage. Now we're heading to Las Vegas, making a long trip there from Northeast Canada all the way to Las Vegas, Nevada, where I believe it should be starting to warm up here tomorrow in the next few days. Of course, we got Tony Brown here waiting for us. Tony, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How you guys doing out there, Tom?
Are doing great. We're doing great. All right, Tony Brown, we're going to look at this hockey matchup here. 7 Eastern time. Devils to host the Flyers. Flyers road favorites, $1.27. Total sits here at 6.
Yeah, you go with the Flyers on this one, and I'm going to go ahead and get it out the way. If you've been watching the show, you know what I'm going to say. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. The Devils are absolutely they're just slumping. That's an understatement. They have one win in their last 15 games. They're 1-14, and they're currently on a 10-game losing streak. Not only are they losing, they're getting hammered. They lost 8 of the games by on the puck line by 2 runs or more, 2 goals or more, and they were shut out 3 times during this losing streak where they absolutely didn't score a goal. If you can't score, you can't win. If you can't win, you end up losing 10 straight. Until they prove they can win again, we're going to jump on it. Only minus 135, and that's just because they're on the road. That's a big one. We're going to make that our max bet. It's going to be a big play for us tonight, and we're all in on the Flyers on the road.
All right, Tony Brown here going with the Philadelphia Flyers here against the New Jersey Devils minus 127. All right, Chris, what say you? When you look at the Devils here at home, just they're 4-20, terrible even against the puck line, nearly negative 16 units here at home.
Yeah, sorry, I was just looking down because I was actually putting that bet in twice and 3 times over because I got to agree. I like the Flyers and Tony. Like you said, the Devils can't get out of their own way at home. Like Tony said, 14 losses in their last 15 games. I think that the Devils are the NHL's version of the Oklahoma City Thunder. They're just mailing it in, playing out the string just to fulfill obligations. That's about it. So I lean towards the Flyers in this one as well.
Agreement here on the Flyers, laying the $1.27 against the Devils. This one will begin 7 Eastern time, NHL center ice pass. All right, Tony Brown, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs. We got the NBA on the board here. Lots of baseball and hockey. What you have going on over at the site?
I cap all the sports, so it's MLB, NHL, NBA all in play today, and we're all over it. I got my best 3 plays from all 3 leagues. We've been on fire. 8-2 in the last 10 games. That's 80%. We're starting to heat up, so things are only going to get better from there. You can get my triple play for tonight, or you can get individual plays. Take that money, parlay it, and get my weekly, monthly, or VIP year. That way you don't have to pay per day, per play, or per sport anymore. You get every single pick I release from every sport, playoffs and championships included, for one low price. Max bet, break your bookie, and cash big.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Tony Brown over at Pig Dogs. Maybe get his best plays of the day tonight on his one-day pass. Of course, he's got in the positive here past 7 days. It's heating up. So get on board with Tony Brown. Of course, we also have that 2-for-1 capper, so you can pick Tony up with another capper. And, of course, when you get that long-term pass, 3, 7, and 3rd-day pass, that's the best value there at Pig Dogs. You can get every play that the cappers release for the period of time that you choose when you make the purchase over on Tony Brown's profile page. All right, Tony, as always, great having you on the board. Have yourself a great night. Enjoy Vegas, and we'll talk to you in a couple days.
Unless you need me for a fill-in, I'll see you on Thursday.
Right. Absolutely. Sounds great. All right, Tony Brown here on the drive-thru. All right, we'll continue on here on our coverage here. We're joined by Chris. Just a reminder, guys, to subscribe to our channel. Free picks every single day. Of course, it all gets started with the morning show at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. You got Mitch, Rod Zawacki, and Brian Bittler. Then we have those 2 YouTube shows, the early and late editions. And, of course, those are member subscriptions. So be sure to check the link below for information there. And, of course, the drive-thru, we're here Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Of course, we always ask for those thumbs up, those likes, Chris, because it greatly helps us out, helps us build up our audience.
Absolutely, Tony. We always tell everybody, it doesn't cost you a thing. If you're already here watching the video, it's right underneath the YouTube feed. Just click that thumbs up, that subscribe button if you haven't already. We appreciate all the support because it allows us to give you guys, stuff like the drive-thru, like the morning show, those individual game videos that Mitch does. It all helps, and it all helps get everything out there for everybody to see. So just give us a like, the thumbs up. We appreciate all the support.
Yeah, guys, so thumbs up, keep them coming. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Now it's time to bring in Ninos. You'll find him over at Pig Dogs Premium. He's #1 documented in the NHL this year, as you'll find him there at Pig Dogs Premium. Let's bring in Al right now. Al, how's it going?
Doing pretty good. How are you?
Doing great. All right, Al, you're going to stick to NHL here with the Penguins to host the Bruins. Bruins here, $1.17 on the road. Total sits here at 5.5.
Yeah, I think this is a pretty good spot for the Penguins. They won this matchup just the other day, 1-0. think they come back and get the job done again at home. That was their 4th straight win, by the way, but also their 20th home win where they're 23-2. Boston's got some good players on their team, no doubt about that. But when you look beyond the superstars, I think Pittsburgh's the better team, especially when they play in Pittsburgh. So I'm taking the Penguins here on the money line.
All right, Ninos here on the Penguins money line here against the Boston Bruins. All right, Chris, what say you here? Looking at this Bruins team, I'm seeing negative units on the road.
Yeah, we always use the old adage that, sometimes it's hard to beat the same team in a back-to-back as many nights. But, Tony, you said it before, in a playoff series, that's not hard to do at all. You've seen teams go up 2-0 all the time, and I think that's what we have here. As much as I like the Boston Bruins have, Pittsburgh's just been dominant on home ice. Fans are not, so I gotta agree. I gotta take the value here with Pittsburgh. Looks a little bit fishy, but I'm still gonna take the Penguins.
All right, agreement here. Penguins here plus 106 against the Boston Bruins. This one beginning at 7 Eastern Time. NHL Center Ice Pass. All right, El Ninos, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Premium, where you're sitting number 1 in the NHL for 2021. Of course, we got a lot of NHL on the board. We got a lot of baseball, some NBA. What you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
As usual, got a bit of everything. Got a 5-pack in the NHL, trying to make up for a rough day yesterday on the ice. Got a 3-pack in the MLB, and got my favorite NBA play of the day. I also have a 7-pack with 3 NHL plays, 2 MLB, and 2 NBA plays. So if you want to grab that, grab a long-term pass. And we all know how busy of a man Mitch is, so I don't think he's noticed that new reduced price on the NHL season pass. So that's still up there too. Grab them while you can, and we'll finish the season strong.
All right, guys, get on over here with El Ninos over at Pig Dogs Premium. You see the numbers here: 769 units of profit in the NHL this year, all documented. So when you go to his profile page, you can see every play that he's released. There's no doubt, when you look at the cappers on our show and over at Pig Dogs, they're all documented, so you can see every play. Al has a big card tonight. You want to try the one-day pass and then get those winnings and make the upgrade to the NHL season pass from El Ninos. He has a really good value. I think he told it was $300, and it's up there until Mitch finds out, because then the price will go up. So make sure to check it out right now over at Pig Dogs Premium. Get on board with El Ninos. A great value there with that NHL rest of the season pass, which will include playoffs. All right, Al, as always, have yourself a great night, and I'm certainly will talk to you sometime this week.
Always ready, Tony, so I'll be here.
All right, El Ninos here on the drive-through. All right, let's continue on here with our coverage. And now we're going to go over here to Kevin Thomas is going to make an appearance today. So let's go ahead and wire Kevin in. Let's hope that he's already signed in. He was signed in a little later today, so you'll find Kevin over at Pig Dogs. I'm doing some pretty fine work up there. If you take a look at the leaderboards, we'll bring him in right now. Kevin, how's it going?
Oh, great. How you two been doing?
We're doing great. All right, Kevin, let's take a look at the game you'll be looking at. NBA action tonight, 7:30 Eastern Time, has the Raptors hosting the Nets. Nets road favorites of 5, total 231.
I know. I mean, you got to be shaking your head thinking, what are you doing? The Raptors are on a back-to-back, and I tend to stay away from those kind of games. But when you see a line jump from 6.5 to 5, and that 5's juice is minus 115, that's a huge red flag. So if you break it down, the Nets basically are suiting up 11 guys. Now, Durant's going to go, Irving's going to go, but is that enough to keep up with the Raptors, who are trying to get that 10th seed? I mean, they're 1 game behind Washington, and people are like, well, they're not that good. Well, they haven't played with their full squad until as of late. You got Pascal, Lowry, Van Fleet. They're all back out there. They're hungry. They want to win. And the biggest thing, I think, is the center. They signed Birch, and the guy's showing up. I didn't care that they got rid of Gasol, but when they got rid of Ibaka, I thought that was a huge loss for them. But I think they come and they cover the spread. I wouldn't be surprised if they outright win, to tell you the truth.
All right, Kevin, looking at Toronto plus 5 against the Brooklyn Nets. All right, Chris, looking at this one here. Of course, Toronto fighting for that berth. Washington Wizards, they don't look like they're slowing down, so Toronto's got to keep up.
Yeah, and it's, take it from me from watching this team, hasn't been pretty at times this season, but I think we're starting to smell the desperation coming off of the Raptors. And, I'm a little bit worried about the Raptors because this is a revenge spot. But again, with that said, they just beat Brooklyn, whether they were down bodies or not. And I think they know that they can do it again. Whether or not they do it, I'm not sure, but I think the 5 points could be helpful. I think this could be a 2-point game. So
all right,
give me the Raptors here.
A Toronto team really desperate here, trying to claw and get their way in the playoff. It'd be very embarrassing for a defending champion a few years ago to not make the postseason. It would not look good. It's not a good look, Chris.
What have we said before with the Raptors? They miss playing at home, and I think it's in their head right now. So this is going to be the true test, I think.
Yeah, big test here with the Nets, of course, with Kevin Durant in there. Maybe he plays every game hard, so it's going to be a real tough battle here. But Kevin here on the Raptors, +5 against Brooklyn Nets. This one starting here at 7:30 Eastern Time. On this one, you'll be able to watch over on NBA League Pass channel. All right, so Kevin, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Premium, where you're doing very well here in Major League Baseball. 555 units of profit. That is all documented. We have a nice baseball card tonight. What you have going on over at the site?
Yeah, you can still get my 3-pack on the diamond. That's still going off. And then I got a 2 NBA and a hockey 3-pack going on right now. And if you just want that one single pick, I got a top NBA going on the Rockets and Timberwolves tonight too. And I think that might be a 9 o'clock game or late 8. So you still got time to get on that if you miss out on the other two. But the MLB 3-pack, you're going to get another dog in there. And that's how I got those units. I mean, you're finding those one gems and mixing them in there and cashing big. So hop on board.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Kevin Thomas over at Pig Dogs Premium. You see the numbers here, 555 units of profits. Got a 3-pack from baseball, a 1-day pass. We'll get all those plays for today. So check them out. Of course, when you make that purchase, why don't you do that upgrade to the long-term pass? We have a 2-for-1 capper special. You can pair Kevin Thomas with another capper of your choice there, and that's your best value. You also get it at a reduced rate when you do that. Of course, you set the terms when you make the purchase over at Pig Dogs Premium. Set the length of time there. You see the 3, 7, and 30-day all sports pass. All right, Kevin, as always, great having you show. Have yourself a great night. We'll talk with you next week.
You guys do the same. Good luck tonight, guys.
Good luck. All right, Kevin Thomas here on the drive-through. All right, we'll continue on here on the show. It's time for Chris, front and center today here with his play on tonight's show. And we are going to. Did I miss somebody? Did I miss Ron Zawacki?
I think so.
I went ahead of Ron Zawacki. Excuse me. And I will go ahead and bring in Ron Zawacki right now. And I happened to catch that. It's been a while since I've flubbed here, Ron, so you got to excuse it. It happens rarely.
You're excused. It's all good. Good evening.
All right. Good evening, Rod. All right. 8 Eastern time. Predators here to face the Panthers. Panthers road favorites $1.12. Total sits here at 6.
You bet. These two teams, they just played yesterday. And what did we get? We had the Predators who needed the win. They're still scrappy and fighting for a playoff spot. They got a nice 4-1 win over this Panthers team. So what's going on? Joe Public figures that because the Predators won last night that we should turn around and the Panthers are going to win this game. Well, we almost look like we did yesterday in the Blues game where it's 98%, 97% is where it's hovering around. The money that's all Panthers in this game. Nashville, 4-0 their last 4 Tuesday night games. Nashville is also 5-0 their last 5 games on 0 nights of rest. And everybody's all humping the Florida Panthers here. We're going to go the other way, and we're going to take the Nashville Predators to get us a nice cash on this one tonight.
All right, Chris, Rod's on Predators here, plus 102 against the Panthers. What say you in this one?
Tony, I'm on to you. You've almost, coincidentally or conveniently skipped Rod because we didn't want to give out the Predators because I like this play as well. We want to keep it for ourselves. No, I really like Nashville in this spot as well. Like Rod said, what did I just say? It's not hard to beat the same. You've said it's not hard to beat the same team twice in as many days because we see it in the playoffs. Nashville's just the more desperate team here. Florida's pretty much in for all intents and purposes. Nashville, they're having a dogfight with Dallas for that last spot. I think Rod's bang on here. I like the Predators here as well.
All right, agreement here on the Predators, a team that let's get looking here at the Predators at home, returning nearly 6 units of profit this year. So the Predators here plus 102 against the Panthers. And on this one, you'll be able to watch at 8 Eastern time, NHL Center Ice Pass. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Premium. A good card tonight. You're doing fantastic work in baseball. 817 units of profit. That is all documented. Good baseball card tonight. We got some NBA and hockey. What you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Over at Pig Dogs Premium, we've been rolling 7-3. Our last 10 best bets over the last couple days. We're up over 5,093 units over the last 7 days, up over $15,000 big bettors in the last 30 days. We've just been rolling along. Tonight I've got 5 best bets for you. I've got 3 MLB plays. As you can see, we've just been rolling on that too. So I got 3 MLB, 1 NBA, and 1 10-star NHL investment. You don't want to miss out on Top Shelf Tuesday. Jump on over to Pick Dogs Premium, grab these 5 plays, and make yourself a nice winner.
That's right, guys. Make yourself a nice winner. 5 plays here from Rod Suwacki over at Pick Dogs Premium. Get that one-day pass, and of course, take those winnings, upgrade it to long-term 3, 7, and 30-day pass. We have the 2-for-1 capper special. You can match Rod with Big L, who's number 1 for the year. Little L, number 1 in the NHL. Check out the cappers over there at Pig Dogs Premium. Of course, visit Rod's profile page. Find out all his package information there. All right, Rod, also, I want to make mention here of the YouTube Premium. There will be some changes here. May 1st, I believe, here. We're going to have a late show. And, of course, we have the early, late, and, of course, the late money show that is going to be introduced.
You bet. You want to join up to the YouTube Premium, just click the link below here. There we go, right there. The link right below here. You want to grab that? That'll give you that's the $50. That'll give you 3 plays in the afternoon, and then Mitch throws in a couple consensus plays for $50. That works out to be 20 cents a pick over the whole month. Can't miss out on that, and then stay tuned because there'll be another upgrade, a little higher level than the $50 package that Mitch has some info coming in the near future. So stay tuned for that.
All right, guys, stay tuned for that. Of course, follow the link below for the YouTube Premium. All right, Rod, it's always great having your show. Have yourself a great night. We'll tune in tomorrow morning at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time as you're a part of that crew in the morning.
You bet. Tune in first thing in the morning, and we'll get you on some winners there as well.
All right, Rod, have a good night. Rod Suwacki here on the drive-thru. All right, let's continue on here with the coverage. Now it's time for Chris to step up here front and center. Let's put up your game information here. Late night game. Dodgers to host the Reds. Dodgers laying 240. Total sits here at 7.5.
Yeah, and I'm not hoping that I'm going to get beat down for this one, but I'm going to take a shot with the Reds here. Yes, I know that this Reds team has lost 7 in a row. The Dodgers have been playing lights out, but they also just collapsed against the Padres on Sunday. It was a series that had 3 one-run games there. There's been 5 teams. The last 5 teams have been – sorry, excuse me, I'm tongue-tied here. The last 5 teams have given up a lead.
Let me say this. The Reds did break their losing streak. They did win last night.
I apologize. Thank you. I was trying to think. I was like, I missed something here. So the Reds, they come in, just snapping the losing streak. But you know what? The Los Angeles Dodgers just had that collapse against San Diego. This is also a Cincinnati Reds team that, can swing a hot bat and couldn't put runs on the board. LA, I just think this is a letdown spot. I think they're going to sort of look past the Reds here once again. And I just think that this is a spot where we can get some value. We always say the Dodgers are one of the best teams in the league, but the best teams in the league are going to lose their fair share of games, 50, 60, 70 times a year. And we can make a fair share of money off of that. And I could see this line get up to plus 220 for the Cincinnati Reds. They've got Tyler Mahle going, who's missing almost 40% of bats, got a 38.8 strikeout percentage rate. I think we're going to get some great plus money here against the free swinging Dodgers. I haven't been much of a Julio Urias fan. Ever since he came into the majors, I've always thought this he's got good stuff, but we've never really seen him consistently put it together or be healthy while doing it. So I'm leaning towards the Reds and the plus money in this one.
Okay, all right. He says Reds plus money. Let's try it. We got to correct something here, Chris. It is actually Hoffman against Buehler tonight.
Oh, I'm seeing a completely different matchup. Okay, well there we go. That explains it. But you know what? That's fine. I still like the Reds here, even with Hoffman going, because you know what? He's a journeyman. Walker Buehler is going to get that name brand price. And I think that's, I'm not one to just bet on name brand. I'm going to call it like I see it. And, Jeff Hoffman, he can give the Reds a chance to win here. And I think that's what we've got here, as the Dodgers are going to continue to be overvalued over the course of the season.
All right, going on the value here, a value play here, looking at the Cincinnati Reds here at plus 220 against the LA Dodgers, who's just kind of been a disappointment here on this homestand. They have lost 4 of their past 5. If you date back to some of the series in Seattle, you're looking at a lot of losses here over time here. 6 of their past 8 LA has dropped. Looking at the Reds here, plus 220. Against the LA Dodgers. All right, Chris, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Premium. Well, tonight we have a lot of baseball up there with some NBA and hockey. What you have going on over at the site?
I mean, it just goes to show you. We've been so busy. I ended up just looking at a pitching matchup that wasn't even there. But there's just so much going on right now. I've got my 2 for Tuesday. I brought that back. We got 3 plays going on for tonight. 2 in the NHL as well as my favorite play in the NBA. Got some MLB up there. I got an MLB long-term pass. But guys, we always talk about it. 3-day, 7-day, and 30-day sports passes are all going to be your best bet to save money and make money at the same time. We're all going to put cash in your pockets. You can also check out the 2-for-1 capper deal. Pair me up with one of the best on the website. You got Al McMorty, you got Raw, you got Tony T, Tony Brown, Al, #1 in the NHL. Or we got the season passes, guys. I keep saying it. There's tons of opportunities for you to make money at Pick Dogs. We're going to put money in your pocket. Go and check it out.
All right, guys, check out Chris Ruffolo over at Pick Dogs Premium for that one-day pass tonight. Of course, that 2-for-1 capper special is great value there when you pair him up with one of the cappers out there, like Big Al McMorty, who's #1 for 2021. James Clark, who's doing fantastic work in the NBA. El Ninos, #1 in NHL. Of course, Rod Zawacki doing fantastic work in baseball. 2-for-1 capper right now is the best value at a reduced price when you purchase over at Pick Dogs Premium. All right, let's continue on here on the show. Speaking of James Clark, that's where we're going next. You'll find James Clark over at Pick Dogs Premium doing fantastic work. At last check, he was #1 in the NBA for this season. So let's go ahead and wire him up right now. Let's see, we've got him ready to go. Here we go. James, how's it going today?
Pretty good. How are you, Tony?
All right, we're doing great. All right, here's your game tonight. Pacers, the host of Trailblazers, 7 Eastern time with Portland laying 5, total 242.
Yeah, Tony's. If you look at this, man, on paper or whatever, a lot of people's going to go with the Pacers, and I understand that. They have been playing better, but for me tonight, I look for Trailblazers to bounce back here. They've had a rough stretch of games. First Damian was out for a little while, so they had to play without him. Well, now he's back in the lineup, so now they're trying to adjust to try to put him back in. Everybody play together. They're a pretty healthy team right now, and if you look, the Pacers, they still got a few key players out, which some of them's going to be out all season. But like I said, I look for a big bounce back tonight for the Trailblazers. If you look at this on paper right now, and everybody probably is going to go Pacers. But you know how the NBA has been this season. You never know what you're going to get. But I look for a blowout win tonight with the Trailblazers.
All right, James Clark here, looking at the Trailblazers here, that Western Conference team over the Eastern Conference team. But looking here at the injury report, Chris, I see Sabonis has been listed here as out with a back injury. Miles Turner, a 15-point game per night guy, out. Of course, Warren has been out. He's also 15 points per game. Lamb out, and their big guy in the middle, Batoski, will not play on Tuesday. So we're seeing some impact players here out for the Pacers.
Yeah, and I think that was going to be where I based my pick on for this game. If Sabonis was suiting up, then I was going to be with the Pacers and the points. But with no Sabonis, no Miles Turner, I just wonder who's going to stop Yusuf Nurkic in the paint. I think that's just going to be a tough ask. Whoever's playing for the Blazers, I think is if Lillard's been up and down and banged up and not banged up. As far as I know, he's good to go tonight. But I think you just got the healthier team in the Blazers while they've been struggling. I think they're going to be able to get the job done. The Pacers have been banged up and they've been winning games, but I don't think they've got it here. I like the Blazers as well.
Yeah, you look at the last 3 wins here for the Pacers: OKC, Detroit, Orlando. These are losing teams. They lost to San Antonio, a team that's pushing for a playoff berth. They lost to Atlanta, a team pushing. They lost to Utah. So 3-3 in their past 6 games. All 3 losses against teams that are playoff contenders. All right, James, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium tonight, where, of course, you're sitting pretty in the NBA. You have all season. 1,335 units of profit. That is documented. #1 at the site. We got some NBA, some baseball. What you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Well, Tony, I got a 5-pack. It's got 3 NBA plays and 2 MLB plays. The NBA has treated me well this whole season. So these are 3 of my best plays that I really like. But, I've been picking here and there the MLB, getting some new research going and doing it. I've been, to be honest, we're honest on this show. I have been struggling a little bit in the MLB, but I love these 2 plays tonight. So if you want to grab the pack tonight, and we go 5-0, and you upgrade to 3, 7, or 30 days, them are your best plans, man. The 3, the 7, or 30 days. Some people charge 30 a day, 40 a day, 50 a day. But if you're gonna pay it a day, if you get a week, 3 days of you paying every day get you a week. And it's hard to win every day, but we try to win every day. But if you win 5 out of 7 days, then you're gonna put a lot of money in people's pockets. So the 7 day and the 3 day, that's where it's at, y'all. So go grab us and team me up with any of the other cappers, the 2-for-1. That's the way to go too. And we'll put some money in your pockets, fellas.
That's right. Get on board here with James Clark over at Pig Dogs Premium. You see the numbers here, 1,335 units of profit. That is documented #1 over at Pig Dogs Premium. Check the site. You can see all the plays that are released. They're graded very quickly over at the site for all the cappers picks in there, so you guys can follow that along there on the site. Of course, get on board. He's got a 5-pack going tonight. Pick that up. Take the winnings. Make the upgrade here to a long-term pass. And I know, James, you just put up an NBA end of the season pass up there, correct?
Yes, and I said when I come on today that I was going to change the price, but I'm going to leave it the way it is, fellas. I get people like it the way it is. It's been flying off the board, so if y'all like it, then I'm going to leave it the way it is, fellas.
All right, guys, check out James Clark. Get that long-term pass there from James, NBA end of the season pass, including the playoffs. All right, James, it's always great having your show. Have yourself a great night. We'll probably talk to you tomorrow.
All righty. I'm just a message away, Tony. Just appreciate y'all having me on, fellas.
I appreciate you answering that message and your dedication to the show and to the industry. One of our new guys on the show, but performing like a veteran. Well, he's been a veteran sports bettor, so no surprise here. James Clark here on the drive-thru. All right, let's continue on here on the show. It's time for yours truly to make my play tonight. And reminder, guys, after I give out my pick, we're going to do a complete recap of every pick on the show, so stay tuned for that if you happen to join us a little late. And don't forget those thumbs up, those likes. Keep them coming in because it really helps us out, helps us grow our audience. All right, let's take a look at the game I have tonight. We're going to Major League Baseball here, and I'll be looking at this contest between the Mets and the Red Sox, 7 Eastern time, with the Mets favorite $1.46, total 8.5. I'm going to look here at the underdog Red Sox at plus 136. On the for Boston will be Garrett Richards, and it'll be lefty David Peterson going for the Mets. So look at the numbers. Both pitchers are struggling with ERA, so I'm going to look deeper into this one. We know the Mets have struggled to produce runs, 28th in the league in runs scored. Their bullpen has had struggles. But Boston, the best hitting team in the league, and they hit left-handers. Red Sox, they don't strike out much. They make good contact. The Mets here near the bottom of the league in homers. I'm going to look here at the lineup and the bullpen, and going to look at Boston here, Chris, in this one at plus 131. This is probably the best offense that the Mets, well, it is. When you're #1 hitting team in the baseball, this is the best offense you've seen.
Yeah, and that's why I'm leaning towards the over here, only because to be honest with you, Tony, I just don't trust Garrett Richards. I keep flashing back to that opening start against Baltimore, and I just think if the Baltimore Orioles can light you up for 6 runs like that, I started to think what a competent offense can do, and that's what the Mets have. It's just a matter of we're going to see the bullpen implode again late. So I'm leaning towards the over 8.5. I think 8.5 is a gift of a total for that one.
All right, Chris, looking over 8.5. In this one, guys, you can check me out over at Pig Dogs Premium. I got a 3-pack going tonight. It's all baseball tonight. So check me out over at Pig Dogs Premium. I also have the long-term passes, 3, 7, and 30-day pass. Of course, I'm part of that 2-for-1 capper special. You can pass. Hey, it's still a host 2-for-1 pass. Chris and I there, or you can pick any other capper there on the 2-for-1. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-through. It's time now to go ahead and do a show recap, and we've got James Clark here to join us here in this segment as he does on Tuesdays. We start with Alex. Rockies plus 152 against the Giants. Tony Brown, Flyers minus 127 against the Devils. Al, Penguins plus 106 against the Bruins. Rod Zawacki, Predators plus 102 against the Panthers. Kevin was on the Raptors plus the 5 against the Nets. Brooklyn Nets. Chris, Reds plus 220 against the Dodgers. James, Trailblazers laying the 5 against the Pacers. Yours truly, Red Sox plus 136 against the Mets. We'll start with Chris. Other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
Man, I wish I could have a list at this point, but I'm going to stick with Tony Brown and the Flyers. I'd love the Flyers in a spot tonight against a Devils team that's literally got nothing to play for.
All right, let's go over to James. James, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
I have to go with Chris's pick. Like he was saying about the Dodgers, yeah, they might get a lead in this game, but, the last 4 or 5 games, they've never held the lead. they let the team come back and win. And like the Reds with the hot bats, I see them coming back and winning.
All right, James, looking at the Reds, look for another Dodger bullpen blow up here in this one. I'm going to go ahead with Tony Brown here. Flyers minus 127 against the Devils. I like that one quite a bit. That'll do it for another edition here of the Drive-Thru, guys. Tune in tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Got a full book here. 8 cappers on the show, giving out live free sports picks for the primetime games. And, of course, remember, it all gets started 10:30 a.m. Eastern time with the morning show. We got Mitch, Rod Zawacki, Brian Bittler, of course, breaking down the card. So check them out at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time with the morning show. All right, let's bring on the crew from tonight's show. We're going to wave you guys good night. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk with you guys tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern time. And before we go, we got the birdcage here from Rod Zawacki. D-backs, Nashville Flyers plus 700. And I see that. I don't see any shaking. It looks very confident there from Rod Zawacki. There is your birdcage pick for the day. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow.